And record. Hi guys, happy Monday. It is a phenomenal day. I just want to give Penny a huge shout out right now because her post today about the Mondays, I don't know if you guys saw that one, but the Mondays suck, or it's cold and it sucks, or all of those little things. I think it was so powerful. Like, that post is so true for me personally, because it only sucks if you tell yourself it does. Right? Mondays to me are like some of the most powerful days of the week. I'm so fired up for Monday because it's like, as much as every day is a clean slate, for some reason, Monday is like, it is the beauty of all things. That if you've got a new goal or you've got a new pattern or a new habit that you want to take, Mondays is a fantastic day to do it. So even though it was bitterly cold out today, for those of you that are local to our Edmonton region, a lot of you guys still absolutely smashed it out. And the coolest thing is the cold really doesn't affect our goals, right? Because we've all learned over the last couple of weeks that, you know, even though it's comfort food, we can make turkey chili, or comfort food that's heavy pasta we can make with zucchini noodles, if I can say that word properly, right? So comfort food, you guys, for me, I've really learned that actually some of these cold days when I want to reach for some of those things are some of my favorite go-tos. They've become some of my favorite warm, bubbly inside, good dishes that totally fit into my goal, right? Natalie was just sharing with me today how she made a chili over the weekend, and then guess what she did? Natalie, do you want to tell everyone how you figured out your portion size? Can you share with us how you took a meal and made it fit?
I added extra vegetables, but I just took the ingredients. I used that MyFitnessPal and added every can of whatever I put in. I counted the cups of meat that I put into it, and then let it cook all day. And then I took, it added up to like 2,500 calories for this whole pot. And I divided it it came to 11 cups, which was 23 grams of protein and 6 grams of fat. And I think it was 230 calories per serving. So I just divided it all into, it gave me 11 servings. So I can freeze some, maybe share with my kids. But it was kind of a, how do I guess how much this is going to cost me in a meal?
But the coolest part is you don't have to guess anymore, right?
No, I wrote it down. I have it all. It's my recipe now.
Yep. Yeah. You take that time in the beginning. It's the same like we were prepping for groceries, right? We took 20 minutes today, all of our meal prep, all of our planning. Anytime we make something, you take 20 minutes in advance. And now, you know, all week long, I can have a cup of this. You're not questioning yourself anymore, going, should I eat more? Does it fit? What should I partner it with, right? Taking the guessing out of it means that you can confidently run towards your goals.
And that was comfort.
Yeah. It's warm. And one of my things, especially chili, I love to put like a tablespoon of Greek yogurt on it instead of sour cream. Like, that's my warm little comfort thing, right? So good job, Natalie. So thank you for sharing too. Love it. So you guys, with that, take this time, like, we're going to talk a little bit today about our finisher mindset and what that means to finish. So some of you have already heard, this Saturday we have our smoothie bowl bash, and during that, so it's at 9 a.m. at the club, and we'll also be launching the next 6-week challenge on that day. Because this year, the one thing that I've really learned is consistency is key. Right? So this year, we're just going to run the challenges back to back to back to back to back. So those of you that are plugging in that want to continue, if your goal was a year-long goal, that you can just keep plugging in for the entire year to stay on that track, right? So as you go through vacations, as birthdays come, as all these things happen over the next year, we can lock arms together. And as well, those friends that are watching you right now, they can join in the next round, so that you can start to see the power of the community, right? The power of how this is bigger than us, the power of how you're so valuable. You are so valuable, and the things that you do and the effort you put in creates such a ripple of good energy in the world that becomes empowering to share. right? So over the next year, that just so you guys can have that intention, those of you that are looking to really have like a year of change, a year of growth, that we're here, we're not going anywhere. So yeah, we're going to finish this challenge, but we're going to finish with a finisher mindset. Everybody ready to do that? Yeah, I see some big smiles. That's awesome. So finisher mindset. What does that mean? What does that mean? First off, it means that you know in your heart through and through that you're a winner. You know that in your heart through and through that no matter what you put your mind to, you're going to complete it. Why is it so powerful to finish something? Why is it so powerful to finish something? If you guys want to throw in the chat why you think one thing, one reason that you think you should finish something. If you tell your kids to finish something, why do you do it? Right? If someone else, if you're cheering somebody else on, if someone else, you know, joined in a competition or decided to take on a challenge, or, you know, if you're one, what would be something that for you, if you, someone you knew was going to quit something that they had declared they wanted to do, why would you tell them to keep doing it? What would empower them? Right? To show, right? Yep. To feel accomplished, says Lauren, right? She's sharing that in the chat there. The thing that I've really learned is when you keep, we get a, just like anything, it's a habit. It becomes a habit of, do you finish it or not? Right? If you start something, what are you going to program your mind with? And when you set out to do something, if you tell yourself you're going to do something and you don't, right? Rachel Hollis talks about this in her book. I absolutely loved it. Selena shares checking off that goal so you can get the momentum to keep going and do a bigger and better goal next time. Absolutely, right? It creates more momentum. I did this. I finished it. I finished that cross line. We all know that first 5K. If you've ever ran a 5K or even a 1K, as soon as you cross that line, there's like this moment of like, I could do that again. I could totally do that again. I could probably do 10K. I don't know how many people I have seen go into a 5K thinking that there's no way they're going to be able to finish this. There's no way. And then they finish it and they turn around and go, I think I could do 10. All of a sudden they double their goal. Why? Because they engraved in themselves, they gave themselves proof that they're possible of completing something. I want you to give yourself proof. I want you to give that little guy in your head, that little voice that whispers all those things to us. I want you to give it proof. So next time it says, yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it because you can, right? So over the next 2 weeks, you guys really go into this finisher mindset. This is like the first 2 weeks. You are going to play so hard full out that you create such momentum that it carries you through into the next one. Like Selena said, building off of this. It's a stepping stone. I'm going to finish this one exactly where I need to, exactly in the best position possible, because I love myself first and foremost, and I'm going to keep my own word. I'm going to keep a promise to myself because you deserve to keep a promise to yourself. You deserve to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I did it. And I'm proud of how I did it. No matter how the race was run, right? No matter how many times you had to stop to walk, because I can tell you after I don't run a 10K for a while, every once in a while I took a little break, right? I would do that when I train for my running. I'm going to run to that. I love running on the path out here, and I don't like running on a treadmill. I personally like to run on the streets because I will see, like, I'm going to run to that light post, and then I'm going to walk for 2, and then I'm going to run again, right? And every time I start running again at that 2, I empower myself next time to go even further, right? So it doesn't matter how you finish. It just matters that you finish, because then you've told yourself that I can do this. I can keep a promise to myself. So over the next 2 weeks, you guys play full out. Play absolutely full out. This is the first 2. This is the most important 2 weeks of this challenge. This is the most important 2 weeks of the challenge. This is where the 1% separate themselves. And every single person on this call and in this challenge and watching this recording and in our group is in the 1%. You guys are all in the 1% of absolutely being possible and just crushing goals, of separating yourself from the past you who maybe didn't do things like this, right? If you are a person that in your head goes, well, I never finished them. Because some of us have thought that. Some of us have been through that. Some of us are going to back, some of us are checking back stories or back circumstances or previous experiences. Leave that all behind. Today, I give you permission to cut all ties to your past. Today, I give you permission to release how you have completed everything before. And today's the day that you get to write a new story. Today's the day that you get to write a new path, write a new journey. Today's the day that you get to be proud of yourself because you know through and through that you are doing the best that you can. And that in every circumstance, you're making a choice that takes you towards your goals. And live empowered in that. Live empowered in the fact that 2019 is going to be different than any year you've ever seen before. Because you're going to do things differently this year. You're not going to quit on yourself. You're not going to give up chasing that dream. You're not going to step back when it gets hard. You're going to lean into it because you deserve what's on the other side. Okay, so I really want you guys to start telling yourself that I do deserve this. I deserve this. I deserve the victory of finishing it. I deserve the feeling of empowerment knowing that I did my best. Because we don't tell ourselves that enough. Often we seem to reinforce it with all the things that justify why we shouldn't get this. We have all of this proof of how we have failed and that we don't get a gold medal at the end. Chippity chop, cut the strings, done and done. Right now, cut the strings. If you start getting that stuff, just do this. All of you guys, this is your new thing this week, okay? Anytime there's like bad opinions or negative thoughts or doubts in yourself comes along, you just cut it off. No, not this year. Not this year. Doubt, you don't got me this year. This year I get to crush goals. This year I get to write a new story for myself. So every single one of you gets to do that over the next 2 weeks, and we're going to finish this so powerfully. So what I'm asking is, first off, you make a commitment to yourself, and you do it, and you say it out loud. None of this stuck in your head stuff, because the other stuff in your head, empower the positive. Empower the positive. Speak it into your days. Okay, we've all got all the things, all the mindset, all the doubts, all the fears. Don't leave the positive back there with it. Put it forward. Put it forward. Stand in the mirror and speak it to yourself. Those videos of those little girls doing affirmations on YouTube, those girls are going to grow up to be the next president of the United States. Why? Because they know how to speak positive into their life. So it's okay. It's okay to be different. It's okay to try new things. And it's okay that this year's different than any other one. So cut the past, cut the doubt away, and grow into good. Can everyone give me like a thumbs up for that? Or can everyone, yeah, that's right. Give this snippety snips. I see you, Kathy. I see you guys, okay? So this is our goal for finishing, is that the next 2 weeks you play harder than you have ever played, and you get everything done. Okay, so with that, you guys, I want to give a couple tips. Anyone have anything nutrition-wise they want to share? Anyone have any questions? If you guys have questions with nutrition. Otherwise, I'm going to talk a little bit about healthy fats. You guys want to hear about healthy fats today? Yeah? Okay. So healthy fats, super, super important. We've talked about macronutrients, right? So we've talked about, I need to mute Facebook somehow because it's dinging. Close all that. There we go. Okay. So we've talked about proteins, lean proteins, why we need proteins. Proteins are super important, right? We've talked about carbs. The 3 complexities of carbs, right? Starch, fiber, sugars. Starch, fiber, yeah, sugar. I think I got that right. Sorry, guys. I did 2 workouts today. It was awesome. So, and then today we're talking about fats. Matt's like, should probably eat something. I need a shake. I need another shake for the day. So we're going to talk about healthy fats. So healthy fats are super, super important, you guys. And where do we find healthy fats? So if you can throw in the chat where you think we can find some healthy fats, throw that in the chat. What are some of your favorite healthy fats? And we'll talk about them. The cool thing about healthy fat is, did you know what healthy fat does? If you Huh? It eats the bad fat. It totally does. Avocados, almonds. Avocados are my fave too. Even my daughters love avocado. Cheese, fantastic. Would you think butter or margarine? Butter or margarine? Is one of those a healthy fat? Butter, yep. Butter is actually, believe it or not, there are better like coconut oils, olive oils, right? What we want to do is make sure that we're getting those healthy fats. What are some of our healthiest fats? The omega-3s, right? So avocados, eggs. Eggs are fantastic. Fish, salmon, so many great options. Yogurts have them, right? So when you get into some of your dairies, like Greek yogurt, it's good, healthy fat. It's a good serving of it. Basically, you want to think of like everything that peanut butter, it's another healthy fat. There's so many options, but it's knowing where to find them. So do I put butter on everything? Absolutely not. But if I'm going to cook with butter, am I scared of it? No, I just make sure it's portioned properly, right? So in our house, we have butter. I don't have margarine. I have butter because that way when we want to have it, it's a better option for us. We have in our house, we do have coconut oil that I'll use for things, right? So if I'm making like a protein ball, or if you haven't had eggs and coconut oil, I'm going to tell you, scrambled eggs and a little bit of coconut oil, fantastic option. Avocados, I love that I can my daughter is a very, very picky eater. But the one thing I know I can always get her to eat, as bad as this is going to sound, mom doing her best here, chicken hot dogs, tomatoes, and avocado. That'll be my little girl's dinner so many times a week, because at least I know she's getting a protein, she's getting a vegetable with a simple, like a carb-ish, and her healthy fats. She's getting, and she'll eat crackers till the cows come home, right? So usually there's a couple crackers on that plate too. But I know as a mom, while it might not be a gourmet meal or a burger or all these things, broken down, she's getting the macronutrients. And if she's going to eat a straight avocado, just plain, whatever, it's a better option for her. You can mix, there's so many things you can do with healthy fats. That's the coolest thing, is when you really start focusing on making sure you're getting them in. We love tuna salad. I love tuna salad with avocado. It's so tasty. It's so tasty. You can do a chicken. You can use avocado as a spread. I've seen some of you guys do avocado toast as well, right? So a nice dark bread with lots of seeds and grains in it, and then a little avocado on top with some tomato, salt and pepper. It's fantastic. It's such a good option. I see guacamole on all the salads all the time. But it's making sure that you understand that you need to have them in there. We want to have a little bit of everything, right? It's balanced. It's eating for life. It's not eating restricted or more of this or more of that. You want to eat for your body, how your body responds. I think he's quietly trying to make me shake. It's okay. We can wait the 5 minutes. Thumbs up for Matt for like helping the ship run. Yay. So the biggest thing, you guys, is, again, I always talk about it. It's a little bit of everything. It's really understanding where to find good whole foods. So add in more coconut oil. Watch almonds are a fantastic snack, right? So if you're looking for something in the afternoon, an apple with peanut butter or an apple and a handful of almonds, fantastic. An apple and cheese is a great option, right? Try and find, again, cheese. So here's cheese. American cheese, like American sliced cheese, or whole cheddar. Which one should you be eating?
Whole cheddar.
Whole cheddar, right? It's the same when we look at, if you're looking at the cheese strings, right? And we saw this discussion the other day. The more cheese strings, are they bad? No. If you're gonna eat a Mr. Big Bar or a cheese string, eat the cheese string. It's a better choice, right? So it all depends on where you are. But as you start to make more changes, you'll find that you'll move from that cheese string to maybe a prepackaged harder cheese, right? Or you'll move from the packaged cheese to the block cheese where you cut it and portion it yourself. So it's baby steps. It's not that any decision is a wrong decision. It's should we just continually grow to make better ones. So I don't want you to ever feel like because you chose this, if you chose a turkey pepperoni stick instead of a baked chicken breast, there's nothing wrong with the turkey pepperoni stick, because it's still better than possibly the bowl of cereal that you were going to eat. right? If it was Fruit Loops or a turkey pepperoni stick, please pick the turkey pepperoni stick. If it's turkey pepperoni stick or grilled chicken breast, pick the grilled chicken breast. When you come to those situations, you just make the best decision for yourself at the time. There's no wrong decision. There's just good and better decisions. Does that make sense? Yeah, empower yourself. Don't beat yourself up from anything. Always know that you're doing the best that you can. Pick some healthy fats. Let's find them in our days, right? You're going to find that healthy fat does give you more energy if you're picking the right ones. Wrong fats, what do wrong fats do? How do you know if you've eaten good fats or if you've eaten bad fats? How do you think you feel? I think Kathy's typing. Bloated and gross. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you've ever gone for fish and chips, I can guarantee you you feel bloated and gross afterwards because all of that grease, it's heavy. It doesn't feel good. You eat good fats. What do? Those omega-3s, they get into your body. They start eating the bad fat. That's our visceral fat, you guys. All those bad fats, they sit actually underneath your muscles. It's what they call skinny fat, because you can be thin and still have bad cholesterol. You can be thin and still have clogged arteries. And that means that we focus on eating good fats, good nutrition, as many whole foods as possible, because that's what gives us that life-sustaining energy and our bodies thrive off of it. So you guys, this week, I'd love to see you, and I'm going to empower you to go do some of your own research. There's a reason we have these questions, and I shared this last week. The reason the questions are is that you go search out information. So this week, I'm going to have some questions on bad fats and good fats, right? So that you can empower yourself to learn, to grow your mindset, and to finish this challenge strong. So you guys can totally hashtag scissors. scissor the past, or see some selfies of totally overcoming this week, right? So for those of you guys that have watched the recording, or if you're plugging in here, will know that we've got the gang symbols. Yeah, this will be it. Boomerangs, lots of boomerangs this week. People start asking what's going on. I appreciate you all so much. I appreciate your energy. I appreciate your contribution. As you go through the ebbs and flows of life, know that we're all in this together. And that realistically, it's bigger than us. The change that you get to make in your life will change someone else's that you might not have even met yet. So live empowered in yourself, knowing that you're worthy, you're valuable, and what you do does matter. Okay? Absolutely have a fantastic Monday, you guys. I'll let everyone come off mute and we can say goodnight. Where is it all? Unmute all. There we go. Good night.
Good night. Good night.